What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 73 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Karl Franz campaign. So as we saw last time, Balthazar Gelt continued his bullying of the orcs, taking out the sunken Kernark and bombarding the Bloody Hands entrenched therein. This pretty much has destroyed the faction as they have 2 settlements remaining and, by the looks of it, no armies whatsoever. Caracate Peaks is free and maybe Thorgrim will take it, although for whatever reason it seems his armies are moving out here. Why would you even be going here? Alright, well, I don't know what he's doing, but at the end of the day, let's hope that he goes to 8 Peaks instead. Now, we don't have much to do in the way of admin and stuff between the episodes. I was doing diplomacy, as I usually do, and most of the money went into the diplomacy, so we're basically down to 0, and I built a couple buildings that were pretty critical, but it wasn't really a full turn of buildings, so yeah. We do... You know what, let's double-check whether we have to move anybody, but I'm pretty sure we moved almost everybody last episode. Recruiter, yes, maybe we want to send you to recruit, although I guess Bernhard is doing it right now, so I guess he won't be recruiting until he's done. Anyway, it's not like we have the money to recruit in the first place. Let's see who else. I'd love to end the turn ASAP. We got... How many more turns until you guys are gone? Oh, 1 turn. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they're done for, but, well, we don't really need them, and we didn't even use them this time around. I just didn't really see the need. I guess maybe I could have used them as a support for an army, but I preferred them guarding the Silver Pinnacle in case somebody came around. Kurt Lehman, you don't need to move, just stay here in case somebody tries to retake Albion. Heinz Weber, I always forget who you are. I'll write this every time. Yeah, you keep guarding Uskalak, I guess. Probably won't be needing him either. Leopold van Blount, what about you? We can start moving you towards Blizzard Peak, depending on whether Charon here... well, I guess he could move out... Oh, well, he can't. You know what? Move out here. I don't think you're in any kind of danger. Wait, can Village attack you? Maybe. Well, his army's pretty weak. Not entirely sure. Well, let's just hope not. Let's put you here. I guess a village can jump, can't? Well, he can teleport towards you. You know what? Yeah, I don't like that idea. Let's put you here, where I think he'll be too far away to teleport on top of you. Or at least I assume so. We shall see. Now, you know what? Just... stay near Gorger Rock. That way at least you're not at risk, and then you can move to Blizzard Peak or to Ice Spewer. After that, also, I forgot to move Recruiter, or else the camera's gonna force us to see him move, so let's just finish up the movement. There we go. And Bernhardt, I guess you have to stay there, but you can go into and camp, I guess. Like so. And then we can continue recruiting some stuff for, not for Alberic, who's basically done next turn, gotta remember to move him, but for the next sort of follower army. Alrighty, and I believe now that is definitely it, so we're going to skip. Diplomacy's already done as I did it between the episodes. Outpost available with Vissenland, we don't care, because Vissenland is hopefully next on the Confederation menu. End turn. Alrighty, let's see if... Well, let's see. We have a few places where we could get a potential battle going. Karl is obviously waiting for the Forces of Chaos to arrive. That's the main thing. We also have Marcus Wolfhard, I believe, is still trying to ambush Mazdamundi. Yes. Alright. Well, honestly, I don't think this is probably really worth fighting. A decisive victory with low casualty. Oh. This will actually take out a couple of our pikes, huh? A little bit annoying. Do we fight this to reduce casualties? I mean, if it does enough damage to hurt these pikes so badly, it'll probably be doing a lot of damage to all of the units in that army. Alright, so I guess we'll give this a quick fight. Marcus shouldn't have too much trouble with this, I would think, but you never know. Ruination of cities or something big for Mazdamundi could always be threatening. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. Should be a quick little ambush, though. Ooh, it looks like the enemy army is actually deployed right beside the frickin' exit area, which ain't so great. So we have to kill them really quickly, and it likely means we will not be able to kill them all. That said, I don't imagine this is going to be too difficult of a battle, once again, because well, we've destroyed these guys before without too much trouble. And I see a spell coming in from somewhere. Is this a Comet of Cassandora down into one of our unit of huntsmen? I spotted this too late, and unfortunately this unit got pretty badly damaged by it. Look at that. Nearly deleted, in fact. I should have removed those units, but it's okay, as 30 units alive means the unit should heal up pretty okay. Also, we do have the patrol routes active, which means we do have the free units of pistoliers. They won't add much to the damage that we can output, but they will at least help out in shielding a few of our huntsmen, especially as we will not be using our second army. And yeah, it looks like they're knocking out a few of those skinks as well. And yeah, it looks like most of the enemy army is just booking it to get off the field. I'm certainly used to this from my Skaven campaign, because yeah, a lot of this encountered, because that campaign had just so many ambushes. Looks like Mazdamundi's trying to get out as well. We did pop the net of Amantok on the dinos in the hopes of destroying them. At least some of the enemy are moving towards us, and we're going to distract them with our halberdiers, and obviously help them out with a little bit of arrow spam from our huntsmen. And let's see, will Mazdamundi fight? He's going towards the pistoliers. I did try to send some pistoliers in front of Mazdamundi and whatever other units here, in the hopes that maybe if they engage with them, they'll try to come back and engage with us instead. We're also trying to fire the amber bow at Mazdamundi as well, but without a lot of other units focusing him down, I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. Looks like the halberdiers have managed to turn the enemy here in such a way that a lot more of the range units are firing at them, and though the summoned halberdiers are dying, it's certainly for a worthy cause. Looks like at the very least we'll be able to knock out this unit of Temple Guard. Or is this a unit of Temple Guard and a unit of Soros together, I think? Yeah. Alrighty, and Mazdamundi's down to about a third of his HP, but he's running. Unfortunately, the pistoliers have routed, and though the rest of our army is going to start moving forward, it looks like he's going to get off the field. Bit of a shame, but I think we knew that was going to happen as soon as it became apparent that the enemy army had deployed very close to the edge of the map. Too bad that they didn't underestimate the huntsman. Usually, or they have a habit of underestimating the huntsman, and therefore I would have figured that they would have tried to at least fight. But they didn't even really give it a try, other than leaving some temple guard and such behind. Now, we are going after one of the enemy stegodons here, which was firing on us. At least this one we do manage to bring down, with a little bit of help from stopping it via the Tormentor's Sword. This is a summoned unit of Feral Cold Ones, so we don't really care about its destruction, mostly because it's, well, summoned. Then again, same thing for these handgunners. Oh, that's actually a pretty nice little volley into those units. Anyway, that's about it for this particular battle. Easy, a little fight, but not enough in terms of the damage that we've managed to push out. I think we'll have to try to chase this army down. It really depends on how exactly the enemy will react after this. As in, what will the other armies do? Because we got to remember that Mazdamundi has 3 stacks nearby. I guess they could attack us right after this, because ambush has failed. Well, failed. Ambush is done, let's say. And then, if the other armies are in range, they can spot us, so they could very well try to attack us. Also, these can't possibly be built by the Lizardmen. They're too low tech, right? Not sure. Not sure, but either way, decisive victory for us. Let's see how much damage we've done to the army, and let's see what the other armies do. Oh, look, we got a little swimming pool here. Alrighty, well there we go. Mazdamundi's army certainly booked it out of there real quick. I feel like I'm not a big fan of the way that ambushes work now, with the way that armies are often deployed so close to the exit of the ambush, like that they can get out within 3 seconds, and the AI has a tendency to completely ignore the ambush, not even try to fight, and then just book it on out of there. Especially as the concept doesn't even make too much sense, as I'm sure that a lot of the units would be pursued out of the ambush, so at the very least if they escape, they should probably take some kind of penalty of damage when they do or something. I don't know. Though I suppose on the other hand, ambush is already too strong in the hands of the player, which is probably why the developers wanted to curb the abuse of the ability a little bit, maybe? I myself don't use ambush all that much, so I don't know. It also depends on the faction. Like, Skaven are obviously built around ambush, at least in part. But anyway, I'm going to pardon those captives. Mazdamundi's army is going to back on out of there to their settlement, and all the armies that are helping guard them as well. Military alliance, I don't think we want to do that right now because of the proximity of the forces of Tzeentch. You want us to join a war against Khemri, which we will do, but later on. Alright, anybody else?
You are not welcome in my court.
Marathi.
Here you are.
We are not going to peace out with you. Why piss everybody off? Basically everybody we know is attacking you right now. Blessed Dread are still too far away for us to be concerned about anything that they can do at the current time. Cetra, we're not allying with you because we will be killing you shortly. Kotep wants a military alliance. I don't want a straight-up military one, because he might get destroyed and he might force us into more wars against the elves and stuff. Mostly I just want a couple of his necrosphinxes, and I will be very happy about it. Otherwise, let's see if there's anything else. Thorek is going to do something. Military alliance. No, he's still at war with Krog-Gar, so at the current time probably not a good idea to do it. Let's see if they can all peace out. Helman Gorst wants a well, that's surprising, but obviously not. That will just piss off Goldtooth, who I believe are fighting them, unless I'm mistaken. Another ambush. Okay, I guess this is an ambush episode. This one's not really worth fighting, though. Village's army is basically already dead. And he's in march stance on top of it. And Nud's already defeated Village. It's tempting. Nah, but too easy. Waste of our time. We can find better fights than that little one right there. Throggy wants to peace out. No, we need to take back again these territories to give them to the Kislevites, who frankly have been disappointing me lately. And they need to try a little bit harder. You want us to join war against Clan Ferric? Nope. Later, maybe. Well, no, maybe about it. Lord Shalotk? I don't know. Non-aggression pact. Non-aggression pact. Now, you are the wardens, rather, of the living pools. You're fairly far away from Tzeentch and anybody, and you're allied with Itza. You are, however, at war with Bordelot Errant. I think I'm going to decline for now. I don't remember how Bordelot Errant and Itza feel about each other currently. Grisguts of the Darkland Orcs, you want to declare war on basically the world. Okay, there, Darkland Orcs. I think... I'm just wondering whether it's actually a good idea to pull our allies into this. If we pull them in, the dwarfs will start marching down here, trespassing even further through the elves' lands and making them all hate each other. If we don't bother, this guy's already fighting Goldtooth, who will probably destroy them over time anyway. And Jarnagrund will probably fall to Goldtooth here as well. Although, because it's a territory right there... I'm not sure. And the problem here is that they could attack us at the Eagle areas or something, but on the other hand, even if they want to, Goldtooth is still nearby. I'm just once again concerned about the... about our allies taking territories rather than, like, partial territories, and once again, trespassing through the elves' lands. I feel like this faction isn't really all that strong, so they shouldn't really be a concern to us. Nah, just call your allies to help. Screw it. I'll let them deal with their own thing. Alright, Monolith of Bebonicus, Exquisite Pain Rebels. They don't look that exquisite. To resolve this, they have no chance against Karl's forces, and apparently they do basically no damage to Karl's forces either. Let's go for Pardon Captives. And, ooh, hello, there's an army nearby. Swell. Trait gained. Charisma and Charm are enough to rally anyone to... Trait gain, nothing. Blank trait. What is this? Oh, this is just Godric and Felix leaving. I don't care about that. Trait gain. Jamathius Warner has recruitment. Nud has stuff. Master Mason, ambush foiled. Luckstone, a hunter. A sword of striking. Another student. Lovely. Scarecrow banner for Bernhard, who doesn't need it. And 1,000 Mazda Mundi. Where are you, incidentally? Are you still here? I see Silithus here. And Quantu. And oh. Huh. Okay, wait, that didn't happen anything like I thought it would. Tech Thief is ready for... Ooh. This is the one that we're gonna delete. Okay, we're gonna delete you in a second. And hey, finally we have that Runefang Pact up and running. So Allegiance points gain increase. And the Diplomacy is also quite nice as well. Treasury plus 1,000. Godric and Felix depart. I swear I already saw that, but apparently not. Silith. Yeah, you got a very nice stack here. And Quantu, yeah, lots of strong enemies, and Mazdamundi's backed off all the way to Pahwax. So, first of all, Ben Putkamer, let's put you into Simon's army. And, yeah, he can't reach them yet. Okay, fine, then I guess he can't attack them yet. But he will. You know what, let's in fact set you up in an ambush. Let's say, I don't know. It's all 45% chance. Unlikely that you'll succeed, but give it a try. Like so, and then near to our friend's territory. I actually can't tell. Would you draw out our allies? Yes, so maybe these guys see that the Pox marshes are relatively sparsely defended and try to attack it, only for Simon to ambush them in the field. And if not, then we'll move there ourselves the next time around. Next up, we have... Where's that Tech Thief spawn? You're gonna go here. This is the other Tech Thief. You're going up north. We have... Yeah, you're right here. Okay, so we're gonna delete you. Huh? Yeah, that was weird. Oh, it was probably because somebody else was moving. Do you have any items? You have a student. Okay, we'll take that away and delete you now, and we'll replace you with another Tech Thief. A better Tech Thief. We have the technology. Battle Wizard, Aggressive, Cunning. Ah, Noble. There we go, perfect. And it's the same type as well. Same type of wizard, I mean. Alright, beautiful. And then you can go Studious Pupil, Untap Potential, Sorcerer Shielding, Improved Scrying Techniques, Machinations or Machinations of the College, Specialist Steel Tech, and that's it, that's all. Lovely. Easy enough, and before I forget, you should be renamed to Tech Thief. Let's hope that you have a more illustrious career than did the other Tech Thief that we just deleted. Alrighty. Also, between the episodes, I did have Kurt Haldenstrat and Gavin Pfeiffer just take Monolith of Bjorkel Bloody Hand. It was an auto-resolve. And I don't remember why, but it had something to do with transferring units, but doesn't matter. It's not like it was an actual fight. More importantly, perhaps... Oh! It wasn't to do with transferring units, it was to do with transferring these things. Late College Acolyte, Seduce Units budget. Yeah, so we now have Seduce Units budget maxed out on Boris. So he has a Light College Acolyte on him and on every hero, so we'll see. Well, we'll have to have him fight Azazel, so and that's kind of the reason. Anyway, since I didn't really build anything last turn, we're gonna take the Longship Graveyard. In fact, let's move, let's say, like right here. And oh, it's kind of in range. Alright. And put you to Longship Graveyard. I, once again, don't really care about the territory all that much, but... And we can always trade it to a useful, hopefully, ally. Council of Burg... No, you know what? For here, you're going to go with State Troop Levy for the increased campaign movement range. Maybe we can hit the capital at the Bay of Blades. Especially...
Yes, my lord.
Now that Leonard Holtz has built the additions to that army. I want to double check if there's any useful Grand Masters available. Confident and Noble, not really happy with either one, to be honest. We get the Regal one. Plus 5% experience gain and leadership aura. I wanted a higher ranked one. I'd love to get one at rank 10 because they can immediately buff the units, though. I guess we could temporarily get the confident one to replace them, and then if we get a better one, we get a better one. Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it. Alright. Replace Lord with... Oh, great, now to find you. Alright, Grandmaster Owen Firth Fiddler. Fiddler? I don't know. Let's then get to you, buffing the Knights of the White Wolf. Most Ancient Order. And I guess... Route Marcher, Inspiring Presence. We want... Honest Steel for Wolfkin. And we want, I guess, Speed of Horse as well. Does Biting Cold do anything? Enemy reduction minus 10% for enemy armies in the region. You know what? I assume that Boris has this as well, so doubling up on this could actually be fairly considerable. Though then again, armor plus 12 is not something I'd like to... oh, I forgot about the Eminent Grandmaster. Ah, damn, I gotta redo that. Completely forgot that it existed. Knights of the White Wolf, Most Ancient Order, Route Marcher, Inspiring Presence, and I guess we'll put 2 points into Honest Steel for those Wolfkin, and then get another point in thereafter. Guess we could have bypassed Route Marcher, but I'm not doing that again because I don't feel like it. Alrighty, Mount Gain. Don't care about that. Your army now costs 2.2k, funnily enough, one of our more expensive armies. You're going up north to join Boris and trade him the Wolfkin and whatever else. Also, how many turns until we can get rid of this Greatsword unit? 2 turns. And we have the Knights of Moor, but we can't get them right now because it has to be in friendly territory. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I think we're going to save this battle until next episode, because it'll be a big fight with 2 full stacks, and I'm not even sure that these guys can pull it off. What I am sure of, though, is it'll take a long time to fight that, especially with all the reinforcements arriving on the field, and thus I don't want to waste it. Peter, you should be moving down to the Skull Reef. Though the problem is, wait, this is a neutral territory. Huh. Wait, shouldn't this actually... Oh, that's odd. Wait, so you have controlled water, and thereby you can heal it, but when your allies, your defensive allies, have water that is controlled, it is neutral territory, and I'm pretty sure you don't heal in neutral territory. Yeah, you don't. Huh, well that's kind of dumb. So I guess the question is, do we... Man, we need to get full HP to face off against 2 Skull Islands. Alright, fine, I guess, Peter, you're gonna just sit out here for a turn. At least 1 turn. These guys will have enough HP to fight after that, so I think we'll deal with that. Next up, Karl. Still in the enemy territories. What do we have here? Ooh. Would these guys fight together? Yeah, their armies aren't really all that badly, or all that high in terms of HP. Ooh, this is also another army. Well, another decent army. Well, yeah, thanks. Good job, Ruinous. It's another army. Oh, alright. Rupert, go try to block that army, please. Let's see if this works out. The thing is, they're gonna run from Karl, obviously. Block. We need to destroy all of this. And, hey, success! So let's see how far... It looks like he can still run fairly far, Karl. I just really hope he doesn't run past this. Do we even need the
nation calls.
Missile strength increase? I don't know.
Men,
I'm gonna try. Alright, don't go past the river, don't go past the river, I swear to go. Okay, now. If we go here, we still have 52 points, which means we won't be able to reach these 2. But we can return to Monolith and Bubonic via March Stance, I think, next turn. In fact, wait, this increases our movement slightly. And... Yeah, we could just reach them right now, but we probably won't be able to reach them next turn. Anyway, let's fight Mr. Faustus here. Let's do this cinematically. There's a lot of FIMIR Stalkers, a lot of Berserkers. Ooh, lots of the dual weapon units. Dual axes and... Oh, you guys are axe infantry. Are you not dual axes? I don't remember what the FIMIR Stalkers have. Gotta watch out for them and their, well, stalking there. Anyway, looks like a fun fight. Here we go, Karl. Alrighty, we will see to it at the very least once we see the enemy, the FIMIR Stalkers in particular, who are obviously invisible as they approach. I am, however, excited to face off against them. We haven't encountered a lot of FIMIR throughout this campaign, as yet with the exception of some of the FIMIR Lords, but certainly not FIMIR Stalkers, or at least not in high numbers. And these are pretty decent units, as I recall from my previous Throg campaign, though that was in Total Warhammer 2, so the unit will have changed, most likely, at least to some degree, since then. Though I don't know how the stats have changed between Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 3. Anyway, FIMIR Stalkers have scaling damage and bleed and magical damage, as well as stock, so they can certainly be relied upon to dish damage out. We'll see how effective they are, as we will be charging them with our units of cab, which are waiting on the flanks and a little bit behind the rest of our army, partially as reserves. Ooh, and one of our summoned units just took a few rockets to the back. A little bit unfortunate, but hardly unexpected, because, well, the rocket batteries do have that tendency. You gotta be careful with them, especially if you're fighting around hilly areas. Karl has dropped down and has hit the enemy lord, I think, one time, damaging him fairly heavily, but is now surrounded by enemy Marauder Berserkers, which are blocking him from chasing after said enemy lord, while the enemy rains javelins down upon us, or upon Karl and Deathclaw. Now, this isn't necessarily super threatening to Karl, mostly because he has a massive amount of HP and just generally massive amount of stats. That said, these are anti-large javelins, and they will do damage over time. Though we do have the Life Wizard in this army now, so we can always heal Karl up, or keep healing him. Until he reaches his healing cap, he should be fine, and I'm sure those javelins are hurting those poor Berserkers that are so vulnerable to such damage. Otherwise, it looks like the enemy Berserkers and Marauders have made it to the front line. The FIMIR Stalkers are moving in as well, and our Cav are about to charge 3 more Stalkers, which we have just spotted. I hadn't actually seen them here, I just assumed the AI would send them to the sides, and it looks like correctly in this particular situation. There we go, the Reiksguard and the Demigryph Knights versus the Stalkers. In fact, out of curiosity, on the charge, these guys took about a third of their HP, nearly half after a couple of seconds of fighting, so not so bad. Karl, it looks like, has also managed to move through the Berserkers, mostly because they're pretty much dead, and has hit the Marauder Chieftain a few more times, pretty much breaking him. Alrighty, let's get back to those FIMIR here. Though probably not for long, as they will all probably be dead shortly as well. Oh, it looks like the first of the FIMIR unit is running, as that's what the units moving like that generally indicates, and the second unit is down to about half HP, and though they haven't lost a lot of models, their morale is certainly suffering. Karl's still fighting in the middle of this, getting a few shots of grenades into one of the enemy FIMIR, and we got Berserkers fighting against Great Swords, though it looks like, once again, not for much longer. The Sunmaker is also ripping apart the enemy Marauder Hunters with javelins. As we can see, all these hurt units of javelins. Our Cav hasn't hurt them at all. It's all our Sunmaker and the cannon, though I believe the cannon has been targeting the Marauder Horseman and is now targeting the enemy Lord as well, who probably needs a couple more shots before he's brought down. And down he goes. Lost an arm to that cannonball and lost the morale of the rest of his army, as with the death of their lord, it looks like the rest of the army are going to book it. Alright, I do wonder, did the FIMIR do any kind of respectable damage? I feel like they didn't have time to, and the enemy used them a little bit too much as frontliners. Obviously they didn't want to do that, which is why they sent them on the flanks, but we kind of forced them into it by charging them directly with our spears. Anyway, a lovely little battle, though it was an easy and a short one, but once again I do like seeing units that we haven't seen a lot of. Also, I like this map. Some of the Chaos Wastes map are really quite nice. Anyway, let's see if we can catch up to the other armies and have Karl kill off a few more, though I am not entirely sure whether we can. We also should have Daniel moving closer and closer, so hopefully we can get a fight against him as well. Alrighty, easy little fight, man. It always feels bad when you only have one unit lost. It feels worse than losing like 50 or 100 units, because it's the one guy got really unlucky. Ugh. This guy in particular. Anyway, execute captives. No, let's pardon the captives for that little bit of extra cash to make up for not building too much in the way of buildings last episode once again. Karl, you are, by the looks of it, yeah, unable to reach Mr. Amadeus Zarkatzen. However, are you able to go into ambush stance? Damn, no. I was hoping to allow you to close the Monolith of Bubonicus in that, but alas, not possible. Alrighty, well, in that case, we're going to move up right here. It looks like we'll suffer another turn of attrition, but soon the attrition will be non-issue. How's the Chaos Corruption here? Hey, wait, why are we still suffering attrition here? Armies suffer attrition when oh, it's just Chaos Wastes attrition. It's not even Chaos Corruption attrition. At the very least, it does mean that Karl won't get Chaos Corrupted from this location. But anyway, move close to the Monolith of Bubonicus. Most likely these guys will both run. They're also both taking damage due to the Kislefite Cold effect, which is nice. And Karl, keep policing this area for at least a few more turns as our other armies move closer and closer to help you out. That said, whether they reach him in time will have to be figured out over the next couple of episodes, or next episode specifically, because we are once again out of time, and I am gonna call it here. Next time, well, we do have admin to do that time, but we also have a very major battle to do, i.e. Silith and Quantu here, both of which have a lot of elite troops and a ton of dinos, which should be very interesting for these two. If we can succeed at that without taking too much damage, we can proceed to Pahwaks and hopefully open up the territory of Hexoatl in general for taking over. The reason I really want this ASAP is because then we can start pushing into the Cult of Pleasures territories, and that's pretty important as we can prevent them from continuing to annoy the elves. And ooh, before I also forget, you're gonna move here, and I'm gonna hope that Nashir here will actually attack now that we're nearby. We don't have a lot of troops, but hopefully this is sufficient armies, especially with Tyrion nearby, for these guys to actually take them out. I really want these frickin' Seducers of Slaanesh gone. They've been around for far too long. But anyway, more Empire to come, so stay tuned for it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.